Hello angels, welcome back to another resin videos. In this video we're going to be using my favorite mirror mold. I probably used this mold a few times already. Always turned out amazing. So as you can see inside, I have some resin and I put some holographic chrome pigment inside. This was just some leftover resin that I had, so I just poured a little bit into the mold, some clear resin, and then put the holographic effect on top of that and just left it just the way how it was. So yeah, so what I'm doing now is mixing up some ocean white from Let's Resin I got on Amazon, and I'm mixing up some holographic glitter, and I have my alcohol ink that we're going to be using, and that's pretty much it. So I'm mixing up everything right now. Mixing. We're going to do this in 2 layers because I want the bag to have a different color. So yeah, setting you guys up right. This mold is very big. It was not fitting, all of it is not fitting directly into the camera, so you guys can still see what I'm doing. First I'm going to do is I'm going to pour down a little bit of some clear resin, not filling it all the way up because remember we're going to be doing this in 2 layers. So after I finish pouring down my clear resin, now I can start adding on in there the alcohol ink. I went with some purple, some pink, some blue, and some black. Those are all of the colors, mixing everything up together side by side. I was going to do like 1 color for each, but yeah, I wanted to see how it would look if they were all mixed up together. This mold is such a mess. I didn't clean it from the last time that I used it. Oh Lord. And now we're going with my black. This is the first time using the black, so I had to poke it with a pin in order to get it to open, and it just exploded all over the place. So yeah, that's good to know. Got my black in there. Now I'm going in with my ocean white to make some squiggly lines. Squiggly. Just going around in circles. Now I'm going to go in with my glitter. So pretty. And then going around the edges as well. It's raining. Now with my little stick, I'm going to be swirling everything together. Swirling. Just mixing all of the colors up with the white and the glitter so everything can just blend together. Then I'm going to go in with my clear resin because I still have a little bit more some clear resin at the side that I did not finish up with. Just a little bit of some clear resin inside there. You can see that it's not a lot. Perfect. Now I still have some ocean white and a little bit of some glitter that is still left over, so I'm going to put everything into the mold. And since I've used this mold before, there's pieces of some resin that is sticking on to the sides, so I'm just going to be pushing it into the resin piece. Because what other use do I possibly have for these? None. Making sure I scoop up all of the resin, nothing goes to waste. And I have a little bit of some clear resin into this cup as well. So just scooping everything out. Perfect. Now for the glitter. There's not a lot of glitter in there. Just like a little drip. But I do have a ton of the ocean white, so going around in smaller squiggly lines to use up as much as I possibly can. And that's it. We're gonna let this layer sit and dry for a full 24 beautiful hours. And I'm just giving you guys a quick little close-up so you can see how it's looking. The mold is very big, so yeah, that's pretty much it. And then for some weird reason, I had some alcohol white, so I decided why not add a little drip in there as well. Don't know why. And then this one also exploded because it's the first time using it, so yeah, too much everything, just too much. But that's it. Not gonna add anything else in there, just gonna let it sit and do its thing. This resin takes up to, I think, 24 hours. But I'm just going to let this layer dry overnight and then go over it with a second layer. So I decided that I wanted to add on in there some LED lights. So I got these lights from Amazon. First, I wanted to just stick them into the resin because the resin wasn't fully cured and hardened, but they kept on sticking out and they weren't trying to lay down fat and cure with the resin. So I decided to why not use my hot glue gun and then just glue everything together. Just glue down the LED lights onto the resin piece. Maybe stick on there. Spoiler alert, it turned into a hot mess. I should have probably did this without any lights. But here's a close-up of how it looks with the hot glue gun on there. You can see that some of them is sticking out. Some of them, the glue is just laying on top of it. It's just an absolute mess. So I mixed up some golden white pigments. So I'm just pouring on a little bit down in there into the mold. It really doesn't take a lot to fill this bad boy up. And then I went on in there with a little bit of some clear white pigments. This is the clear, not a clear white, ocean white pigments. Just a little swirly effect. It's the same white that we used earlier. So I mixed up some more. And now this is going to be the final layer. We're just going to let it sit and cure for a full 24 hours. There's one piece of light that is just sitting on top of everything. So hopefully I'll be able to, I don't know. Hopefully I'll be able to have it laying down flat. We shall see. But I'm trying to cover up the wires as best as I possibly can. And not let as much resin ran over because that would not be cute. And that's it. Alrighty, so it has been 24 hours. So now it's time to pop it out of the mold. You can see that it's still it's not that bendy, but it's a little bit. So what I did after I removed it from the mold, I let it sit and cure for another 24 hours on a flat surface. And you can also see that one of the lights are just completely sticking out. It's holding on to my hopes and dreams, honestly. The lights are working perfectly fine. There's a ton of resin that ran over. This is all I'm going to do. Just peel it off with my hands. Quick and easy. And that's it. You can see that it's very matted. So I'm going to have to add a glossy coat on there to get it to be shining instead of looking like cloud. Very cloudy. You can't see it all the way through. So now I'm going to get a mirror that I'm going to have to attach to the back of it. Keep in mind that I'm just waking up. So, yeah. I'm trying not to show you guys me, but this is how it's looking. Here's like a close-up of it. The glitters. Oh, there I am. The glitters and everything on there looks perfectly. You can see some of the alcohol wipe just popped out. But this is how it's looking. So I decided to test try it with some UV resin. I had a little bit of some UV resin. I went over it with my UV light, and that's how that one little spot looks. It looks amazing. So I was like, okay, instead of mixing up some more resin, I can just use my UV resin and it will be totally fine. Look at how pretty it is. So I'm going to do the top, the sides, and the center to make sure that it looks amazing. Add it under the UV resin, spread it all the way around. And then I'm just going to put my UV light on top of it, and then everything should be good. This is a very bad angle, but you get the point. That's it. Alrighty. This is how it turned out. The UV resin, the UV light went over on a few of them, so it kind of looked a little messy. I clean up around the edges. And I add the glossy coat on the edges as well. Look at how stunning this looks. Oh my God. It's amazing. Steady, camera, steady. And this one looks stunning, stunning, stunning. Like honestly, just amazing. I love how it turned out. This looks so perfect. The light still works, but I guess I missed a few spots because a couple of these, there's no LED lights strings in there. This is how the back looks. You can see that the alcohol ink leaked onto the second layer, but that is fine. That is so fine. See, this is how the mirror is supposed to stand. So stunning. Let's add the mirror in there. Alright, this is how it looks with the mirror inside. Hello. This looks absolutely stunning. The back. Oh. This looks so beautiful. I love it. Like, I'm seeing this. This is giving galaxy. This is giving amazing. I'm going to show you guys how it looks with the lights on, obviously, because that was the whole point. I thought the lights would mess everything up, but thankfully it did not. Alrighty, so this is how it looks with the lights on. It's finally dark. The string for this is so bad, but I can just always take this around the back. This is how the back looks. It's shining way more than in the front. Or is it just me? Maybe, maybe not. But honestly, this looks amazing. This looks amazing in the day, amazing at night. Like, this just looks absolutely stunning. I love it. Here's a close up. You can see this one right here. The light is completely sticking out. It's not even attached to the resin anymore. So stunning. This is how it looks with the flash on at night, with the lights on outside. Spectacularly beautiful. Stunning.